Hello and welcome, this is Gunner, and we're back with some more of the total conversion mod of Stellaris Star Trek New Horizons. And I did a little bit of research in between videos to see who these guys here, the Metron Consortium, were. And it's kind of an obscure reference. It comes up in the episode The Arena, where Kirk fights the Gorn. This is the race that intervened in that particular episode. So they are a very powerful race. It is kind of interesting, though, that they are a fallen empire that, from what I remember, is, although overwhelming in a lot of other ways, their technology level is pathetic. It's kind of interesting. We'll have to see how that plays out. But if they're anything like they were in that episode, then they're going to have powers beyond normal powers, as oftentimes came up in the original series. They encountered aliens that had almost godlike powers, I guess is the best way you would describe it. In any case, looking at things, I do have almost 800 minerals, and there are a number of things that we need to take care of, one of which is this piracy risk. So looking at things, probably a likely place that we'd want to expand is this star system in Vega, because there is 2 habitable worlds. One to Tellarite, the other one to humans. So Vega 9 is likely going to be the next source of a colony. Let's see what the planet's like. Okay, so no special attributes that need to be worried about. Okay. So yeah, likely we will do stuff in here. So I think if that's the case, let's go ahead and upgrade the starbase here, because that's one of the ways that we get this to go down, is it is reduced by having a contiguous empire and by upgrading starbases. Now, we have the one taken care of. As far as I know, we don't have a separated empire, but we don't have many starbases, which is, I think, the reason why this is so high. We have a lot of control of space, but all we have is these little, what are they even called? Outposts? Yeah, outposts. So definitely we want to upgrade to star bases if we can. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And here, anywhere where I think I'm going to put a colony, I think it makes sense to have a star base. But we may need to do more than that, because the piracy risk is fairly high. Other things that we can do is obviously build more ships. So we have quite a bit of naval capacity, which we are not currently doing anything with. So it'd probably be a good idea to work on that as well. And before we move on, I do want to see, is there anything we could do with any of our current contacts? So the Denobulans would be the main ones we'd want to focus on. Okay, so the Vulcans have no interest in allowing the Denobulans in a coalition. It looks like they would say yes, though, because they're now friendly attitude towards us. Yeah, so it's mostly the Vulcans not saying yes, but if we get them to get into our Federation, we wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. All right, well, that's one thing down. Who else can we deal with? Well, unfortunately, the Saurians and the Delton are in a coalition themselves, so that's not going to happen. Oh, good. We are actually turning this around. That's good to see. So they're starting to like us a bit more. Possibly they're getting up there in tech. I think it tells us, yeah, they have currently researched 30.8% of their overlord's technology, so they're almost vassal status. And that's quite a bit higher than last time I checked, so that's good. The Iridian League, I don't think is going to really progress too far, because they're kind of far away from us. They're all the way, they're here, right? And the Metron are a fallen empire, so they're likely not going to do anything, but let's just see. Yeah, I mean, we could try and do a trade deal with a research agreement, but that's not going to happen. And then the Metron, we really wouldn't want to do that because they're a fallen empire, and according to the thing, they have worse technology than us, so we wouldn't really want to give them technology if we can avoid it. Did she just wink at me? Yeah, I think she just did that. All right. That's kind of creepy. So yeah, we could do trade deals, but not really interested in much else. Definitely not going to declare war on them, because they'd probably stomp us, even though their technology may be behind us. All right, well, that's all the diplomatic stuff we can do, so let's go ahead and just move forward. And yeah, I think those two things are going to be what we do. Obviously, we have a colony that's establishing on New Andoria. We are clearing blockers. Guess we missed one. Oh, that's right. The tech just came out, so we may have more blockers to do. Oh, but we don't have anything on Mars or Earth because those are already cleared. So yeah, at least we get one more down, which honestly that's going to be minerals, which will be helpful. The Klingon Empire's closed borders to us. That's not surprising. I'm sure our relationship with them is kind of bad. We could see that here in a second. I mean, it's not too bad. It's only -5. But yeah, I mean, they're kind of an aggressive race. Okay, let's see. Research. So we did get the deep space dry dock. Let's see what else we can get. So now we have this as an advantage. So we're going to definitely want to research things that are involved with that. And it looks like a lot of our choices are going to be that. So Trillium D. Gemini, what does this do? 5% happiness. That could be good. This is 10% armor hit points. Mineral storage capacity. Not likely that we'll need this anytime soon. And then these are the three things that have been here. Well, these and this would get the research bonus. So what's the deal with this? So we've got a couple components here. None of which are striking me as super important. Probably we should get on strategic resources, as one of our factions does care about things like that. I mean, they're already happy, so it may not matter. But later it may. And we don't have really that many strategic resources. The only thing we have is dilithium, which we're not refining, so I don't think it really counts. Maybe it does. It's still raw dilithium. So happiness, which could help with production, or armor hit points, which is just good to have nonetheless. Or we go with this. I'd say it's between those three. You know what? I'm going to go with the happiness. So that's the Jebonite. Let's go with that. Get a nice big research bonus. And even more so because of our research agreement. So that will get done pretty quickly. That's nice. All right. Let's continue. And we're only 2 months away from getting our good phasers as well. And then at that point, we may want to look into the Enterprise, because I think that may be the level we're at. The one thing that we have better than our current thing is torpedoes. So that's pretty much it.
Fleet upgraded.
Okay, fleet upgraded. I don't remember what we were upgrading, but let's see. Yeah, the science ship, that's what it was. So you're there serving... You're doing what? The Intrepid. Probably taking a look at the anomaly. We could have this science vessel go down this way and maybe check out this system, because it does have a habitable world. We could also hop over into space here, see what's over here. It's not that far from our border. So yeah, let's survey down there. And more than likely we'd have to jump here anyway. Actually, let's check that. No, we wouldn't. All right, let's just go straight here, because there may be some cool habitable worlds. And we do have the one, you know, this here. So getting this unlocked would be nice. Okay, let's continue. And that, how are we doing on this? Still 64%, okay. And we have 2 star bases, I think, upgrading right now. Vega Station and this station here.
Research complete.
Okay, another research, which we knew was coming. Let's see what we can get. So we can get a upgrade power plant. Not sure I would really care about that at the moment, because we're almost maxing out, and it's not really a priority. We have pulse phase cannons, so we continue down that course, which honestly would be a good idea because we have a research bonus for it anyway. There's also this. What is this going to do for us? We have shield penetration and armor damage, so 2 components. And it's going to get us down the energy weapon tree, although this would do the same thing? No, it wouldn't. So this is energy weapon tree, this is phaser path. Well, I'm going to assume that the phasers are kind of a Federation or United Earth path. I'm not sure if the other races can do that, or the other empires. Maybe they would go more disruptors, perhaps. But orange and red, so it's kind of limited. But it could get us where we're wanting to go. I think we go with this nonetheless. Because the other things aren't really jumping out to me as being what we need at the moment. Although, yeah, even that. Yeah, I think this is the one to go with. We got a research bonus with it too, so that's nice. Alright, let's continue. And my construction ships are currently working to... Okay, we got a tile blocker cleared, which is going to be on Terra Nova. Which is fine. We don't have the population at the moment, so as long as that is the case, we're just going to have to wait. And... oh, distress call. Okay, that is in which system? That one here. Okay. Dispatch a rescue mission. For sure.
Mission log updated.
And what I'm going to do, because it is a time limit, let's double check this time what we need for it before I do the wrong thing. Okay, so it is a science ship. And the Franklin is already, you know, it's kind of going that way. So let's reroute it. Do that research project. So it will jump here, then it will jump to the Wolf 359. It will go on its way. I think that's better than grabbing a ship that is already doing a mission for us, so that's good. Unfortunately, this wasn't that habitable. Did it get me anywhere on that situation report for the habitable worlds? It did not. That's the problem. If it's a red planet, it doesn't count. Even if it becomes a yellow or green planet later. Okay, let's continue. How are we doing on Mars here? So we're still waiting for population there. Okay, so that's our new outpost, which we probably just increased. No, okay, the piracy hasn't gone up yet, but it might not have calculated. Okay. We have an anomaly to research here, so maybe we'll want to have that science vessel come over and get this, because there might be resources here. When there's an anomaly like that, it makes me think resources. Okay, so construction ship, we need minerals, so, you know, it wouldn't hurt to get the science, though. So, we'll build one there. And then we have another construction ship coming on the way, and we'll just go ahead and have it, because it's going to be in this area anyway. Let's have it come over here and build this. Okay, so we have about that many minerals. So either more military ships. Let me take a look at that on Starbase 1, because that's where we have the shipyards right now. What can we build? So the Emmett-class frigates, which we already have, like, what, 5 of, perhaps? I'm not sure how many ships we have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have 5 Emmett-class frigates. And then we have 1 Intrepid class and 1 Enterprise class, which is... well, it's NX class or whatever it was called. But we're not going to be able to afford that just yet. The Intrepid class costs 700, more than 700. And the NX class costs 880. Now, with that in mind, though, we did just get upgraded phasers. So let's go into the ship designer and get ourselves some military upgrades here. So, coherent phaser, this is a completely new technology. And it is up to blue in size. It also covers red and orange. So, weapon cost standard. It seems like it is underpowered. From the phase cannon. Like phase cannon level 2 is 510 megawatts. And the light coherent phaser is 390 megawatts. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens to our damage output. It sure went up. Okay, so 12 to 16. versus 13 to 19. So this in theory does more damage, but we just got more damage per tick. So maybe it fires more often. Yes, exactly. I think that's what's going on. Cooldown is much quicker. Accuracy is also much better. And it has double the range. So as far as I'm concerned, the light coherent phaser is much better. But there is a difference in what these do. So this does 25% damage to shields, but less damage to hull. The light phase cannon, same thing with the hull, but it does more shield damage. And it has shield, well actually it's the same shield damage, but it has shield penetration. That's the difference, okay. So there are certain advantages to keeping the phase cannons, but in theory, the coherent phaser is going to give us more damage output because it's more accurate, and it's also going to fire more frequently. The question is, though, how much power does it use, comparatively? I kind of wish that you would get... Oh, there we go. I kind of forgot that you need to hover over this bit. There we go. So, 6 versus 9. So, in some ways, we're consuming more power this way. So what's our evasion like? I'm not seeing it really changing. So, we're apparently fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I brain farted on the hovering here. Well, in any case, yeah, that's definitely an upgrade. So, we'll go ahead and save that. And then let's do the same thing to the Intrepid class. I'm not likely going to build an NX class cruiser at the moment, so we'll just focus on the Intrepid. Now, how much does this cost? It costs double as much, but the double range, that sounds really good to me. So we also have the blue now, and the cooldown is the same. So we may want to switch back. All right, well, let's compare damage. So we've got almost 21 damage. We'll say 20 and a half. If we switch to the phaser here, we're at 23.14. Let's switch over to this one. So we're going to lose a lot of our torpedoes, but perhaps yellow weapons. That's going to be a problem. So we're... Oh, okay, but we've got a... Is this a new type of weapon? Let's see. We'll do those, and then we'll do our torpedoes, and then we'll do phaser. Yeah, so that's more damage. Is going to be at a greater range too, 60 versus 40. So this is going to be a very, very good sniper for us. And then the torpedoes have a range of 40. So unfortunately, our range is really best at 40. What is this again? The ship will try to focus on intercepting approaching ships and incoming fire. Okay. Ideally, we'd want it as a sniper, but do we have better tactics here? So we'll keep it as is. In theory, this does more damage, so we'll go with this setup. Now that we've done that, we need to grab the second fleet and we need to upgrade it. Which is going to cost us 161, which is why I did that before we thought about building anything else. Okay, so we have to look at this. So 421 combat power. Let's see what happens when it upgrades. It might take a little while because it's a lot of ships.
Upgraded.
Okay, so we almost increased by 100 there. So that's quite a bit of increase in military strength. So I am definitely happy with that. Now the question is, can we... It is an NX class. It does count as an NX class. Could we upgrade this? So at the moment, we have light pulse phase cannons, level 3. So the question is a pulse cannon, which I believe is our previous tech. Let's take a look at that real quick. So this is not the best ship to look at that. Let's grab the NX class. So yeah, phase cannons are kind of what we have right now. So medium pulse cannon is the thing that we started with. This is level 2, and then the thing that the Enterprise has right now is the 3rd level. but we have the coherent phaser. Which one would be better? That's something we're going to have to take a look at here in the future, but this is going to be a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.